Gather round, everybody. Welcome to a wonderful Yami Shibai discussion. I'm joined once again by the illustrious, the magnetic, and the handsome Germ.
Magnetic. Oh, thank you.
In personality, not in physical magneticism.
And I'm joined by the tea drinker himself, the Japanese, the actual visitor of Japan, Ghosty.
Hip hip cheerio. Got green tea.
Ooh.
I was looking at this intro slide here, and it's quite nostalgic. It's my old apartment and the screenshot there.
Mm-hmm. I didn't bother updating it because I thought it was kind of funny.
I didn't like having the lights on like that. I felt so exposed.
I can get a different image for next time.
Oh, no. I'm not saying it's bad in that way.
Because I like your like
Right
sly.
Oh, yes, true. I'm like whispering sweet nothings. Doesn't it usually annoy you, though, when I bring the microphone that close to my face?
Yes.
Extra work for you in post.
Not often. Sometimes.
So once again, we've got through one more season.
Another
season 4 of Yami Shibai. And as every time, the Germ has diligently worked to prepare a review and discussion.
It's a pleasure
for what we've seen.
Yeah.
Give him some love in the comments. Appreciate
thank
his
you.
efforts.
And unlike the other seasons, I actually did 4 up top, 4 down below, and 3 in the middle, which looks way better than the other way.
You've got 5 up top and down below.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. 5 up top, 5 down below. It was 4 up top, 4 down below, and 4 in the middle.
You went for kind of a crazy gradient color scheme here too. Mm. It's fun. It looks like an ice cream truck.
I thought it made a nice contrast. You don't usually see it behind the pictures.
That's better than just plain white, that's for sure.
Oh, for sure. Season 4, that was a very middling season.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I feel similarly to a lot of other people that were kind of annoyed by the voiceover stuff. But some of the stories were still good.
Yeah. There was definitely some highlights in there. No spoilers which ones yet, though. This is overall, like, I do feel like the other seasons were better, but you know what? This season was fine.
Looking at all these pictures, there's no, like, definite, like, terrible piece of crap episode.
Like Now-chan?
Now-chan, I was remember his name, yeah. So that's a win in itself.
It's nice to find the bottom, you know? Like... So, shall we get started? Because it's question time.
Oh, no.
I love this slide.
On for me.
I love this slide so much. So I think I say this every time. Okay. Question 1. Tongue. Oh, sorry. Episode 1. Tongue. Still accurate. Mm-hmm. What did the woman/ghost do to the man while he was trying to sleep?
I was actually, while we were discussing before, I was kind of looking at all the pictures of the episodes and trying to figure out like what was what and trying to remember. My memory was that it was a ghost, or not a ghost, a cat licking his finger. But it was the ghost?
Is that your final answer? Cat licking his finger or ghost? What do you want to go with?
Ghost licking his finger.
Ghost licking his finger. Feel free to play at home as well and tell us how you do.
But don't tell us if you do better than me.
She was licking him.
So was it the ghost or the cat?
Technically both. In his mind, it was a cat licking him. But it was actually the like ghost person licking him.
I shouldn't have specified the finger. I should have been more vague. I could have got away with it.
And there's my picture of the cat. Still love it.
He's very sophisticated.
Oh, yes. So I will accept the ghost licking him. I won't be so specific to deny you any points for finger.
That's a lesson, though.
Episode 2, Fish Tank. What was in the fish tank?
It was just like a bunch of algae and like built up seaweed of some kind.
The answer is arms. But I also accept algae and water.
We're bringing it home.
I debated asking you about the curtain, but I didn't know what a good slide for that was.
I would not have remembered the curtain part.
They just tore the curtain off the wall.
That's what you do. Kind of impolite, though.
Oh, yeah, it's weird.
Imagine just walking into your friend's house and tearing the curtains off the wall.
It was an abandoned building, but still. Episode 3, Sewing Shears. What does our main character do when she finds the so-called sewing shears?
She puts them in her tool drawer.
She puts them in a tool drawer? You're wrong. She chucks that shit in the garbage.
Yes.
I knew that would bring you. I knew that would bring it back.
It's a good image. Just looks so carefree.
It's such like a perfect like hand position as well.
This is like, get rid of this shit.
Get out here. Episode 4, Red High Heel. What does the cab driver say when he sees the red heel?
He thinks it's painted.
Is that your final answer?
I know it's wrong from your reaction, but I don't have anything better.
He says, "Throw it out." With his
Oh,
intense
yes,
voice.
yeah.
Yep.
He knew it was haunted.
Yeah, he knew that shit was haunted. Our favorite episode, episode 5, Night Bus. What does our main character? Why does our main character get off the bus?
He's got to poop real bad.
Ding, ding, ding! The diarrhea hits him hard.
Look at the guys laughing in the back.
That's so funny.
Look at the shame in his face.
Imagine, like, it must be embarrassing to stop an like entire bus of like 50 people.
I feel like they wouldn't usually stop. They just tell you to deal with it.
I mean, think of the bus driver's perspective. Either he has a mess to clean up, or he stops to let him off.
True.
Yeah. So I think most, as long as it's not like busy or anything, would stop and let you off. I would suspect.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
You definitely hope so.
Episode 6, Guess Who? It's a mystery. Who was the girl sitting? Who was the girl sitting with when we first meet her?
It was her crush, the boy she went on a date with.
Can you be more specific?
No. Just no.
I'll give you half points because she was sitting with her senpai. I would have also accepted no one and the ghost because it's kind of a weird episode.
No one? She was sitting with the guy though.
She's like, "Who was I sitting with?" And like she like thinks back and there's like no one there, and she's like, "Ha ha ha."
Oh yes.
Yeah. Could also be the ghost. It's up to your interpretation.
I interpret no one. Get a life.
Episode 7, Feet Steps. Why did he go to the bathroom?
It was like to text his friends that he was going to the bar or something like that.
Ding, ding, ding. To text his work buddies, or I would also accept it to get away from his wife.
Yeah. Fun guy.
What an unlikable guy. Episode 8, Cassette Tape. Why was he at his parents' house in the first place?
I remember this part. It was because it was for his friend's wedding.
Ding, ding, ding. He was here to attend his childhood friend's wedding.
The jealousy was a central theme in that episode, so made it easier to remember.
Episode 9, Grinding Teeth. What brought on the tooth pain?
She went to this shrine, and there was like tooth statues. Was it just visiting the shrine that did it?
That's what we think. It's never confirmed, but that's what is heavily implied. Is those darn Jizzo statues? All them.
They've even got the bibs that you wear to the dentist.
Episode 10, Calling Crane. What does the game they play supposedly do?
I feel like it was what happened. The dead person's supposed to come speak through you when you swallow the paper.
You're absolutely correct. It allows you to talk to the dead.
They said this is going to be harder.
I thought it was. This. You're nailing it.
I didn't even study.
Episode 11, White Line. What were the 4 words that Germ wouldn't shut up about?
You think I would remember this of everything? Have no idea, so I'm just gonna guess.
I'll give you a hint.
Was
I'll give you a
please
hint.
do.
There's 4 different words.
Whose damn lion is it?
Okay, I'll give you the start.
That's not 4 words.
I'll give you the starting letter of each word. T, P, S, and M. I think you can figure out 3 of the words. Come on, you can do it.
The people should move.
You did not remember it all.
I have no idea. No.
Of course, it was the turf paint straight machine.
Oh, how could I forget? Your new obsession. You have one with you now?
I have 12. No. Episode 12. That would have been really clever, though. Snow Hut. Why does the snow child... What does the snow hut child say to the kid?
It's your turn now.
Yeah, he does say that. You surprised me when you remembered. Your turn next. Yeah. Go on, and it's your turn now.
You were like, oh, dang.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
There you go.
I was just speechless. I didn't think you'd get that one.
I should have said both. Really blowing you away.
Episode 13, Underground Walkway. Why did the man decide to go down the underground walkway?
I remember discussing, like, why would you go into a train tunnel you haven't seen before? And I remember he was talking about, oh, I forgot my keys at the bar. But I don't know why that made him go down the underground walkway. I guess because I feel like we'll say the reason was because he hadn't seen it before.
No, he had went down there because it started to rain.
That makes sense.
Yep. So, how did everyone do? I think you actually did really well, Ghosty.
I think I got like a 8.5 or a 9.
Somewhere around that out of 13, so not bad at all.
Yeah, not bad. Pass. B+. Let's go.
Are you asking me? extra challenge. Can you identify what episodes the real pictures are from?
Oh, this is going to be hard. Okay, I got this.
Okay. What
Bonus
episode
round.
do you think this is from?
That's in the toilet when the...
Yeah, that's specific enough for me. It was episode 7, Footsteps.
Yes.
How about this one?
Oh, that's where the cat's buried in episode 1.
That is true. Episode 1, Tongue.
This is a close-up of the guy's memory tapes in the episode where he's going to his friend's wedding.
You know which episode it is. Episode 8, cassette tape.
Yes.
So what is this from?
This is when he pokes through the snow hut and sees the candle.
The Snow Hut episode, correct.
Yes. Oh, I even said it.
I think this one might be the easiest.
Just kidding. That's the dentist getting ready to pull the teeth.
From grinding teeth.
This there was a giveaway to this one earlier. I remember it from the start. The red shoe in the back of the taxi cab.
You know what? I want the actual name of this one. What's the name of this episode?
Taxi cab.
Nope. I'm not gonna move on till you figure it out.
Red shoe.
You're so close.
Red heel.
One more word.
Red heel blood. Bloody red heel.
No, get rid of blood. Get rid of blood.
Red high heel.
Yes, it's red high heel.
Yes. Let's go.
How about this one?
That's how you do the ceremony to summon the ghost to speak.
The calling crane. Okay,
which made no sense.
This one might be the hardest.
No, I know perfectly. It's the guy coming behind her is like, guess who?
Guess who? It's like, it's a mystery. We don't know.
I think that's the name of the episode too.
You're right. That is the name of the episode. How about this one?
This is when he got off the bus to go take a poop, and he calls his friend on the bus.
That is the Night Bus episode. This is so funny,
yes. Right? There's many phone scenes in this season.
Right?
Uh, and this is the sewing
The
shears.
sewing shears. You remembered. Good job. Good job.
I
Oh,
remember being
I was
confused
wrong.
by what made them sewing
This
shears.
is the hardest picture.
I know what it is though. It's inside of the fish tank.
It's the
Going
top
bubble,
of the
bubble,
fish
bubble.
tank. Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
This one. This messes episode 2.
That
That's crazy. They put that in.
was the hardest one, actually.
Yeah. There's 2 more.
Oh,
This one and the next one.
This one might be harder.
No, I don't think it's harder.
I remember debating if this was even a picture of a real piece
Yeah,
of land or
I
not.
admit I'm not 100% sure it's a real picture.
I think it must be the underground walkway.
It is the underground walkway. I'm only like 60% sure it's real. There is a gate that might have been a real picture too.
That would have
I
been
wasn't
like a
sure.
weird thing to pull out, though.
Yeah. And lastly, episode 11 did not have a real image.
Oh, interesting.
I was
so they
surprised.
They committed to it throughout this whole thing, and then they just said, actually, we can have enough of that.
Isn't that weird?
No more of that. That is weird.
12 out of 13 episodes, and it's episode 11.
I thought for sure it was going to be like a turf paint stripe machine.
No, I looked through it. Maybe the puffs of like white might have. I don't think they were real.
That's weird. And there's also a possibility they didn't do it in the last episode as well. So
There were 2 possible things that might have been real: the gate and the footprints. So I think they did it.
strange. Maybe it got cut.
Maybe it's very possible. So, our overall scores of the season.
I think I know which one is my least favorite now. We'll see if it's
top 3 for Ghosty. What do you think is within your top 3? I will tell you, there are some ties in there.
I think underground walkway.
Where do you think underground walkway is?
I'll say the 3 and then I'll rank them.
Okay.
I think 'cause it's gonna be hard.
It is.
I'm gonna go underground walkway. I'm gonna go night bus, and I'm gonna go. The Guess Who.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Guess Who number 1, number 2 underground walkway, number 3 night bus.
You have 2 out of 3 right,
Ah, nice.
but not in the right order.
That's so close.
And you know what the really funny thing is? It's like half of season 4 that you have on there, but Night Bus did not make the cut.
Wow, Grinding Teeth did not deserve to be in my top 3, actually.
Well, you know why it's in your top 3?
Because that was harsh as hell.
It's like
wow.
half of season 4 is in your second and first.
That's crazy.
The underground walkway,
Should have given us some better
cassette
scores.
tape, red high heel, snow hut,
I see.
calling crane, Guess Who, and grinding teeth. That's like half. It's like it's close enough to half the 13. You know,
dude, my scores are whack.
That's okay.
A lot of these did not deserve a 9.
I think you really enjoyed cassette tape at the time and red high heel.
They were good, but they're not my top 3 now.
Nope.
They should be like 8s.
We can always come back and change it, but too late now.
Nah, I'm gonna stand by my positivity.
Yeah. I think you really enjoyed the season, believe it or not.
I mean, yeah, I didn't dislike it. That's for sure.
So, what do you think my top 3 are? I will give you a hint. I do have a tie or more as well.
I'm gonna say number 1, Night Bus. Number 2, Guess Who. Number 3, let's go cassette tape.
You were right about one of those episodes. Well, sorry, 2. 2 of those.
Dude, I know you well.
But you're not in the right order again.
Dang.
That's the hardest part, to be fair.
I should have known White Line.
I loved White Line.
Do you actually like it, or do you just think it's funny? Turf paint stripe machine.
That did not increase my score. I legitimately liked it. Yeah.
That's probably my least favorite episode of the season. Interesting.
A little different. Now, The hardest round. Where do you think my anime list? What do you think they had a top 3? They did have one tie.
So there's one. I'm looking at commonalities between what
Yeah.
we picked. So I'm gonna
We
say
only sometimes correspond between us and my anime
true,
list.
but this is all I can go with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say number one, Underground Walkway, because it's got classic kind of horror tropes to it.
Yeah.
So that would kind of appeal more to a mass market. And then I'm gonna say number two. Let's go Guess Who, because that also has more common horror tropes. I'm just
Yep.
kind of thinking like what's the most like typical horror kind of stories. Number three, Red High Heel. Let's say Red High Heel.
Could you remind me what the 3 you said again were? Guess Who, Red High Heel.
Actually, I'm changing
Nope.
them now. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Underground Walkway. Number one. Number
Yeah.
two, Guess Who. Number three, Cassette Tape, because we both picked Cassette Tape in a high rank.
0 out of 3. 0.
I was thinking about picking Night Bus, but I
Yeah.
thought it was too cliche. I thought they wouldn't appreciate the humor.
And that's number 1.
Why sewing shears so high? I guess they like the head and the floor
Maybe.
and tongue. I guess I could have guessed the first episode of seasons usually scores higher
Yeah.
in general.
It's usually higher. That's true.
Yeah.
Don't use logic in this. Now, for the more fun category, the lowest 3. What do you think your lowest 3 were?
I'm gonna go with
You do have a 1 or more ties in there.
so it gives me some flexibility.
Yeah.
Sewing shears, fish tank one,
Mhm.
and the first one, tongue. I'm gonna go tongue is my lowest ranked, and I'm gonna say sewing shears is my next lowest, like 12, and 11 will be fish tank.
You're right with 2 of your entries. Tongue was last, but you weren't right with the rest of them.
Oh no, I said fish tank.
Fish tank number 2. I guess you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really dislike White Line.
I should have moved Night Bus up higher. I think maybe it's just for like meme perspective, but I like it now in retrospect.
Maybe that's what it is. It's just retrospect. You like it more. So interesting. Night Bus is high for me, and it's low for you. That is interesting, eh?
Yeah, my anime list loved it.
Wait, do I have it high? Night Bus? No, never. Yeah, I do. Number 3. Yeah. Okay, what do you think? Oh, did I?
Nope.
Let's just see it. Whatever. It's too late.
Oh, your lowest was Guess Who. That really surprises me. Fish tank and sewing shears are on the money, though.
Yeah. I feel very
Why
neutral.
don't you like Guess Who?
I don't know. It's as soon as you have a story that has an untrustworthy protagonist, it can really not be great. So I'm not a huge fan of those.
That's true. Yeah. Then the whole story kind of loses a lot of value because you don't know what you can trust is real and what's just made up.
It's not necessarily bad, but that always docks at a point in my head.
Well, it is irritating though, because then when you walk away from it, you're like, I cannot actually say what was accurate in whatever I just watched. It could all have been made up as far as I know.
Yeah. And Red High Heels was like, it's like dead center, but it still was low enough to end up on my bottom.
It wasn't that great.
Nah.
It's very mid.
So what do you think? Dang it, I did it again. Oh well, we can just get to see it.
I was starting to get confused with all these guesses anyway. So fish tank lowest, that's accurate.
Not surprising.
Yeah. Red High Heel. Dude, this is similar to mine actually. Except I put Red High Heel and I think it was my highest rated, which was a total miss. Cassette tape.
They don't have tongue down there either.
Tongue should have, like, it had the first episode buff.
Yeah.
And like the score range between their third highest rated episodes and their 11th isn't that big, like 3.5, 3.1. So but they really hated fish tank.
Yeah, they're very my anime list was very middling about the whole season, which is respectable. Well, it makes sense.
I think that's a fair take. Yeah. I wonder how Crunchyroll was. We will never know now.
We'll never know.
They've removed their comments just to spite the Yami Shibai podcast.
We'll come back to that. So the top 3 this season, I'm not gonna have you guess because that would just be like if you just like
Repeat.
some simple deducting, you could get it.
Yeah.
Colin Crane with a nice clean 17.5 out of 30. Wait, out of 30? 10, 20,
20. Both of us.
and
Oh, it's
then
my anime list as
25.
well?
No, 25? No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming my anime list is out of 5, not 10.
I think
Stuff is
so.
like
Yeah, so
3.
it's 25.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Cassette tape is 20.
We must have buffed that a lot because my anime list did not like it. It was
No.
their number 11.
And number 1, Underground Walkway, which we must have buffed as well.
Well, the good thing about this scoring system is that it weights us much higher than my anime list, actually.
Not on purpose, but it's funny. The bottom 3 of the season. Footsteps.
I can't even remember which one that was.
Feet Steps is the one with the bathroom where he gets the call and he's like, he's texting his buddy. Yeah.
Oh, that was kind of funny in retrospect.
It was funny. I love the final image, everyone looking over. Tongue, which is a little surprising. I think your 1 really brought it down.
Straight in the trash.
And number 1 was Fish Tank, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, we all didn't like Fish Tank.
None of us are a fan of Fish Tank.
The story just wasn't that inspired, honestly. It's like they find an old fish tank and the kid falls in. Like, that's not that
Didn't
interesting.
even reach double digits.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
And here's the overall scores if there's anything you want to look at.
Some small text there, my
Oh,
friend.
yes, it is tiny.
I'm going to look at my anime list ones. I think that's the most interesting to me.
That's the one.
They did not like White Line very much at all.
No.
Which is accurate.
I really like it.
But overall, you're right. Their scores kind of hover around like between 3
like
and
mid.
3.5, essentially. Yeah.
The only one that's really stand out is Fish Tank. And where's that 3.6? No, that's the Sewing Shears. There's another one they liked more.
Night
right?
Bus,
Night
3.7.
Bus, 3.7. Even that was.
I don't really feel like. I don't feel like Night Bus deserves. It's good, but relative to everything else on Up, really deserves to stand out like that to me.
For the being near the bottom.
For being like.
Oh, near the top.
Closest to 5 stars. Yeah.
I like it. Okay. I think there's some good humor in there.
True. I don't know if that's what they're going for though.
You know what irritated me a lot making this?
What's that?
It wouldn't let me put 3.0. It just rounded it to 3.
That is irritating.
Come on.
No consistency.
I just want the 0 there. It makes me feel better.
Would balance things better, but that's okay.
Yeah. So, our last favorite comments.
Nice. Sad times. Crunchyroll has, without warning, removed all their comments.
Yep. We'll get to that more. Let's just enjoy the comments first, then we'll talk about it. Does that sound okay?
Dark times. Make sure to live up this moment.
So, we have some runners up. Do you want to read yours first if you can read it?
Yep. Let me just get my reading glasses on here. So my runner-up comments, there's some like underrated ones here you can see with only 1 thumbs up. First one is from Nelson Smith. It's the most fake name I've ever heard. Said, there are so many supernatural traps for unsuspecting in Japan. It's a wonder that it has any population at all, which was just a ludicrous statement to make.
It's so funny.
Not a documentary. It's not a documentary. Next, I picked Black Tiger.
Yep.
They said, guy decides not to take a creepy path. This was in the underground walkway.
Yep.
Yes, that's what I would have done. Path is closed off up ahead. Beep. And where I live now, there's lots of these creepy underground paths that go under the highway to the train station. Face. I just thought that was kind of a funny follow-up to the Nelson Smith one. This person might live in Japan.
Yeah.
It's a wonder they're alive at all.
So I do have what episodes they are from under them.
Underneath.
Episode 13,
good.
Yep.
And then on episode 10, Nobi Noob 82 said, the characters be scarier than this episode. Not saying this episode is bad, just saying toes are drawn badly.
It wasn't even that bad. That was from
Art
Colin
critic over
Crane.
here.
And
Strange.
my ones that almost made the cut, from Moltron Biphase. At least she was hot.
That was the school episode with the
Mhm.
paint machine, right? Yeah.
White Line, I believe. That one, it pained me not to put it in my top 3, but there was better ones. It's so funny.
It's so to the point.
Para Turtle. A more appropriate title for this episode would have been Poop Shy from the, what is that mall episode? What was that called again? Feet Steps. That's right. I love that, the alternate name, Poop Shy. It's so accurate.
Hey, you could have named a few episodes in this season Poop Shy, I guess, when you think about it.
Poop Brave for Night Bus.
No, true.
And Gerb Sai says, this family really needs to chill out. From episode 12,
Oh,
Snow
that
Hut.
was the Snow
Yep.
Hut.
Yeah.
Okay. Good pun.
I love that one. Oh. So
I'm curious. Do you say feet steps intentionally, or is it just a force of habit?
anyway, as your favorite comments it is on purpose. It is on purpose.
Okay, the first time you did it, I was like, okay, it's a joke. And then you did it like 3 more times, and I was like, I don't know anymore.
You were the same way in the episode where we recorded it.
I forgot already.
I even slipped up 2 feet steps ago, and I said footsteps. I was like, oh no.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're doing it intentionally. I was worried for a moment.
So you read your own, as long as you can actually read them.
You saying I can't read?
Well, it's very tiny text. In third place,
taking the bronze medal in third place from Tongue.
From Tongue.
Episode 1. What do we got?
Then you say thank you.
I can't remember.
Thank you to Buff Potato.
I don't see...
Thank you to Buff Potato. The bottom. Look at the bottom.
Oh, thank you to Buff_Potato for your contributions. Oh man, I shouldn't have picked such a long comment.
I have a longer one.
This sounds like a classic case of sleep paralysis. This story sort of got me because I've had a similar experience. I love comments where people think these things are real, I think. One night after watching the movie Insidious, I had went to bed early after eating a large meal. Once I drifted off into and they just gave up there on Reddit.
It was the sleep paralysis demon getting them.
Wow. Must have been.
So first we started
RIP.
First we started the top.
My second favorite comment, taking the silver medal from episode
3,
Sewing Shears.
Then at the bottom,
special thanks to Fowlin Hart for your contributions to the now defunct Crunchyroll comment section. Fowlin Hart said, to be fair, when moving house a few years ago, I wrote, I will kill again in red paint on the wall before covering it with wallpaper. The idea of someone getting creeped out by that amuses me to this day. Absolutely psychotic thing to do, and then even more psychotic to go write about it on Crunchyroll afterwards.
Second place for us all. But
what is wrong with you people? The gold medal.
So let's see if you can do it on your own this time. You ready?
Their country.
Taking the training wheels off.
From episode 5, Night Bus. It's going to be poop-related comments.
Yeah.
Thanks to Shadow Wolf X, our #1 fan, for leaving this comment. They said, "Poop before you go on a bus." XD.
It's a very good comment. Very good.
Good tip.
And my favorite comments. My third favorite comment from episode 4, High Heel. Thank you to Anonymous. People who vanish before paying are deadbeats. That was from Red High Heel. From that
ghosts are deadbeats.
Yeah, from that website about ghost taxis in Japan, like picking up people.
Oh yes,
yep.
Yes. Oh,
it just makes me laugh so much. People who vanish before paying are deadbeats.
It's true though.
It's so good.
We need to remove them from society and make them all ghosts.
My second favorite comment from episode 10, Colin Crane. Thank you to Nelson Smith. I actually like the fact they experiment and try something slightly different every season. Fans who want the same thing all the time is one of the reasons so many franchises get stale. I really love that comment. It's so smart.
This is the same guy who was amazed that there were still people alive in Japan.
Oh yeah,
Did
that's
you notice
true.
that?
He just
I
writing
thought it was
banger.
going to be the same comment.
Banger after banger. No.
Both of them only had 1 or 2 thumbs up.
That's because he commented so far after they came out.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you, Nelson Smith. Rest in peace.
Before we get to my number one, we didn't have any comments we liked similar. Like, we had no overlap.
That's good content.
Yeah, I think that just shows how good the comments actually were.
Sag.
Yeah. And my favorite comment from episode 9, White Line. Thank you to Zalius116. She followed the white line made of suspicious powder, likely impressionable on school grounds. Running after the boy drawing it, she accelerated into what she thought was an open doorway, only to realize too late the doorway had been painted into a solid wall, with the line continuing through it. As her consciousness faded, she could see a feathered figure running through the painted doorway, as if it were real, and the last sound she heard were the flickering of a tongue and a single word repeated twice. Meep, meep.
They put so much effort into this comment for 1 thumbs up.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so much work I went into this comment. I want to just show my appreciation of how good I think that comment is.
Future creative writer there.
And hopefully we have saved it from the depths of the Crunchyroll just opening up beneath all the comments.
It's truly our job now to preserve history. We took a good effort, but I think some things will be gone forever now.
And before we finally leave this section, we'll try not to cry. Oh. And this is from both of us. Just one red rose.
Pour a little off the top. The dead homies.
We will miss you. I tried so hard to, well, I should say we tried so hard to find another place where you could see the comments from Crunchyroll. None of them seemed to work.
And now I'll do a rendition of that song from the Fast and the Furious.
I'll try not to cry.
It's been a long way without you, my friend.
You saved me so much work.
Tell you all about it when I see you again.
From this season on, I have to come up with something new. There's so much easy comedy. Why? Damn it. Live!
What are we going to use for content now?
God, no! They were really good. Like, no joking. Like, the comments are really good.
I think we might be the most upset people about this. Unfortunately.
Thank you for singing that. I failed at not crying.
Please auto-tune that in post.
I refuse. I do have a few ideas of what to do, but none of them will be as good as the Crunchyroll comments. But the comments won't be gone completely. We still have a few other places to get them, but they're rarely near as good.
Yeah, it's not as many options now.
Yeah.
But the show must go on.
So, questions from the audience. I'll start, and then you do the second question.
Let's do it.
From Paradox, what do you think is the most poetic episode? I love this question. It's so nice. They're all good questions, but this one just like stands out to me.
I think interpreting it as like which episode has the deepest meaning. To me, it was the one where the guy hides from his wife. I was kind of thinking about this earlier, that had the strongest metaphor of the weird people staring over the bathroom at him, or kind of like his friends or something.
Yeah. In my head, the most poetic is the one I actually dislike. Guess Who? It kind of has that like timeless feel to it.
True.
Even if I don't really like it.
The horror of losing your mind.
Yeah.
Priapus the Wise said, if you had to pick, which episode would you put yourself in? I don't really want to be in any Yami Shibai episodes.
But if we had to pick,
what do you think?
I'm leaning towards Tongue, because at least you get some action.
I was gonna say the dentist one, the tooth one, because all I had to do was remove the tooth, and it would have been okay.
That's really good. That's a really good one.
Solvable.
Let's go through them. So Tongue, which I think would be okay.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was, I can picture it.
Sewing shears, maybe.
No, what that was like episode 6 week. That would be a bad one to be in. Though we don't know what happened.
Yeah, but it seems ominous.
Yeah. Underground Walkway might be one of the worst.
Yeah, there's no way out of that one. There's no way out of most of them, actually.
The white line, assuming you have the same fate as the teacher and you don't walk off the white line.
Fish tank could be a pretty good one to be in.
You just don't go in the house.
Don't go in.
Bring fish food.
I would never be in that situation.
That's episode 2. Fine. Fish tank. That's episode 2.
There's other ones like the Snow Hut Curse be bad.
That would be bad.
So
I think underground, at least underground walkway, you can like walk around.
If nobody's gonna know you're there, you just bang on the concrete. They can't hear you.
But your family let you go in the snow hut.
That's true. That's betrayal on top of horror.
Yeah. And like you see the kid digging at the side of the wall.
I think I could easily dig through a snow hut though.
But maybe that's the curse. You can't like dig through it.
True. At least there's a candle in there.
Yeah, there's a candle
in the underground walkway.
Yeah, candle for every birthday.
You blow it out, just dark.
And one day you're gonna accidentally do it. You know what? Make your own personal flamethrower. Put up your butt to the side of the wall.
I don't know about that one.
At least gross the ghost out.
True.
From Smash Lover, when do you guys expect to be made the official Yami Shibai podcast?
I think we are already the official Yami Shibai podcast.
There's no other podcast to fight us.
Yeah, just by process of elimination. We're the best, number one, and we're the worst podcast also.
So welcome to the worst and the best.
The world's number one Yami Shibai podcast. Hey, we have
specifically about Yami Shibai, because there are other podcasts that have talked about it.
Those don't count. From Clayton, the most straightforward username we've had on our whole channel so far. When will you be adding playlists for each season to your channel?
Listen, man, I'm lazy, man. I don't even remember that. I'll do it soon.
I don't think we need playlists. Just click videos, scroll through. They're in sequential order. Do it yourself. DIY.
Well, I should be doing it though. It's funny that you took it at him though. Yeah, do it yourself.
Take some initiative.
This one's also from Clayton. Hey, Ghosty, ever followed somebody home only to wait for them to get into bed, then lick their face while meowing? As seen in the episode Tongue. Well, Ghosty.
Well, there's some things that you just can't talk about on the internet, and I'm afraid this is one of them.
Darn, we almost got him. This whole setup just to catch him for the police. Darn.
Once again from Clayton. He's got a lot of feedback. Bless his soul. Said, Germ, knowing what you know now, the next time you break into an abandoned building, will you be worried about dirty fish tanks inside?
No. Because they'll be completely dead.
True.
And like I said earlier, maybe I just bring some fish food. Maybe they'll appreciate it. The fish arms coming out of the tank. They'll like come out at me. I'm like, fish food. And they'll be like, oh, thank you.
That's the noble approach for sure.
From Jimmy. If you have found half a head staring you from beneath your floorboards, what would you do with it, as seen in Sewing Shears?
Only half a head. Rather a full head, I think. Um,
You're just gonna be like wondering where the other half is. Yeah, that's true.
could make a good like ornament around the house.
Yeah.
Put it on a shelf. Watch over you.
I say you buy a mannequin, chop the top half of the head off, get some super glue, just put it right on there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Some animatronic body. That's a very humane reaction, also. Oh, changed. Another one from Jimmy. If you were to haunt an object, what would it be? And how would you torment your poor innocent victims?
Well, I try not to think about these questions before I put them on here because I want to be fair to you, Ghosty, and do them at the same time as you.
I thought there was a clear answer for you.
Maybe a light switch. That'd be pretty entertaining.
Ah, that is a good option, actually.
They're right in the middle of reading their nice book. You just flip the light off. Flip the lights off.
Ah, that's good. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I was thinking it would be good to possess a toilet and then just like spray water up at that when they least suspect it.
That's so rude. You have people pooping inside you as well. That's also a negative.
That's true. Maybe not then. Maybe the stove so you can explode their house or something.
Maybe you can possess their computer so when their mom walks in, you just bring up all the bad stuff.
No, I swear. It just came up.
It did it on its own.
In some ways, that's actually less suspicious than walking in and just seeing somebody on their desktop, though. So,
then I read this one. Lend me $5. Do you feel that people who vanish before paying are deadbeats? Yes.
yeah, we've clearly we're all in on this one.
Ghost or human? Deadbeats.
Pay your taxi drivers. They're going to be replaced by self-driving cars soon, so they need it while they can.
That's true.
Well-endowed God said, oh, did I leave this comment? Did you know that if you take all of the real pictures from every episode, they reveal a secret message?
Ooh, what could that secret message be?
Is this real?
No.
Oh.
It's a joke. Come on. Ghosty God.
The secret message is you need to get a life.
You wasted your time.
I would respect that. It'd be cool if all the real images like played together into one secret episode or something.
That would be cool, but they'd have to be a lot.
Yeah, that'd be pretty hardcore.
Be like the entire season, the entire like
Episode.
show. Yeah.
Episode within the episode, or maybe for the last episode, all the real clips come together sequentially to explain the interior meaning.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I don't think there is one, but that'd be cool.
Nah.
You read this one. That's right. I think.
The Office for Life said, how often do you two sit on the toilet with your pants on, as seen in Footsteps? And do you ever poop and pee in your pants while you sit on the toilet wearing said pants?
All the time. Like, it's like my second hobby.
I never do that.
What a weird person. Am I right?
The idea of using your pants on the toilet seat is just, it's wrong. Man.
It is
That's
really
wrong.
weird, to be fair.
It's one of the worst things I could imagine.
The Office for Life again. Would you rather chase a round old man with a stick to be chased by a round old man with a stick, as seen in cassette tape?
I don't understand this comment.
Would you rather chase a round old man with a stick, or be?
It's probably or be chased by a round old man with a stick. Yeah. I'm a pacifist, so I'd rather be chased because I know I could outrun the round old man with the stick.
Yeah. I can see the appeal of being the one hitting with the stick, but I wouldn't want to do that.
It feels cruel to the round old man.
Yeah.
Specifically because of the old part. And
it's probably good for his exercise too to chase you.
No, maybe it's better actually if we chase him with the stick then.
Yeah, we get him some exercise. Cardio.
He'll run faster, yeah. Mayday, Me4, said, out of all the episodes so far, who do you think is the biggest baddie?
Tongue jumps out at me immediately.
I thought we were going to say that the teacher was the biggest baddie.
Because she was trying to stop the turf paint stripe machine?
It's a baddie. According to the comments.
I think the more baddie was the what's-his-face like ditching his wife from Feet Steps.
That was pretty bad. That was pretty
Yeah.
bad. Probably the most standout villain, actually. Usually it wasn't like a specific monster this season.
Yeah, he was pretty big jerk. The tongue is pretty close to me.
The tooth that comes out of her mouth.
Yeah, the ultimate villain, the tooth. Peasant for life. Sorry, peasant for _ life says, would you rather play Colin Crane or spend a night in the snow hut? I mean, if you're only spending one night, that'd probably be better, right?
You could die one night in the snow hut if it's really
Or
cold.
just bring a sleeping bag with you.
I guess you could also choke on the Colin Crane, though.
Yeah.
And it doesn't actually say that anything happens from the Colin Crane ritual.
It doesn't say that for
You
the
could
night
just
in the
do it
snow
and
hut
then-
either.
Yeah.
And it's only one night. It's specific. A night.
I'm going snow hut just because the capitalization of it reminds me of Pizza Hut.
I would go snow hut because it's one night instead of maybe something possessing your body for the rest of your life.
Fair trade, fair trade.
Unless they're talking in real life, then I'd rather just get it over with and swallow the water.
You gotta swallow paper though for that, and then
Yeah.
you also have to drink from a glass with a string and a razor blade, which feels kind of risky.
Yeah, but as long as you're careful, the razor blade won't go down your throat.
I don't know. Cut your lips. Depends how sharp it is, I guess.
But it's just nice to get it over with early, you know?
True, true. Peasant for Life also asked, when are you two going to watch Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker together? There's a turf paint stripe machine in it for you. Is that true?
Sold!
Oh wait, I don't think I've seen. Is this a TV series or is it a
That's
movie?
the last movie, and they're commenting on when you said you never watched it.
Oh.
That's the one, like, somehow Palpatine came back.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. I feel like that movie's left the public consciousness completely. Like,
The only remnants of it
I
is
really
like
think
people don't
about it.
really like it.
yeah, I don't know anything about. I have no idea what happens in that movie at all,
We have a good
and
friend
it's
who
gonna stay that way.
we have a good friend who really likes that movie. Yeah, good for them.
Oh, maybe it's good, but I will never know. I'm perfectly content with being here and not knowing.
Even without a turf paint stripe machine.
Oh, if there's one in there, then maybe I can be persuaded.
From I think it's my turn. Long since gone.
Yep.
I was curious, is there a question you were hoping someone would ask? Or just a fact you were waiting to say you learned about Yami Shibai? This is the one I most regretted not preparing for.
This is a good question. Was I hoping somebody would ask? Why did nobody ask about how we're doing? How we're feeling?
Yeah, why did no one ask about us?
Yeah, what the heck? I don't think there's anything specific, honestly.
Always
I think
happy
the
with
only
our
real
questions we
thing
get.
we've learned is about the stories about taxi drivers picking up ghosts.
Well, I learned about turf paint stripe machines. That was pretty nice.
That's true too. That's
Yeah.
true. So it's kind of unfortunate, actually, if anything.
A real curse in our lives.
Long since gone also said, let's take it a step further then and come up with a random Yami Shibai fact each that sounds legit, but is totally bogus.
Did you know in the night bus episode there was actually a toilet on that bus the whole time? No one wanted him to use it because it would stink up the whole bus.
Did you know that Yami Shibai was actually entirely animated by myself and the Germ and made exclusively for this podcast?
Don't reveal that. For the ending footsteps, they actually brought me in to see my real fear as people looked over the stall and drew that.
Oh, true. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's good. And that was the final question. Here's some extra credits, just like peruse.
Thank
if you
you,
want to.
Pixabay. Your name sounds illegal, but you are legal.
Oh yeah, that's just free images as long as you
Royalty
credit
free.
them, I believe. So next is season 5, and episode 1 is wrong number.
I'm liking this artwork already.
Isn't it nice artwork?
Yeah. All right, hype. Let's go.
I kind of like last season's artwork where it's like everyone like surrounding looking at the mask, but there's something more visceral about the hand grabbing the mask.
Now season 4 looks like the Marvel Avengers of Yami Shibai or something. I don't know.
It's
I'm not
true.
into
That's true. That was more season 3, if anything.
it.
Uh, thank you for joining us, guys, and thank you for joining me, Ghosty.
It's been an honor and a pleasure serving alongside you, reviewing the Yami Shibai episodes once again.
It's an honor being the the real,
Number 1 Yami Shibai podcast.
the official.
Tune in next season. We finally learned to pronounce the name.
Never. See y'all at season 5. Thank you for being you. Bye.